Right, a lot of people have been asking on asking on their website how I get out of a wheelchair and make my tent. So on this video, if it doesn't fall over, get blown over by the wind, I'll try and explain. First thing to do is get rid of the bags off the front of the wheelchair. Move over the battery pack to the phone. Make sure the brakes are on. Move my body weight to the front of the chair. Holding on to the front of the chair and just simply lift my stumps up, curl them over the other way and lower myself down on the ground. The process is the same to get back on it. You can see it's quite simple, don't hurt, there's no falling about or rolling about. It's quite straightforward, and the process for getting back on the chair is exactly the same. So I'll show you how a man with no legs puts up a tent. Hope you found that interesting. We managed to keep the thing stood upright without it getting blown over. Now then, brethren, we're back again, just to show you how a man with no legs in the middle of the field puts up a tent. So what we've started off with here is a truly new tent, I suppose, but it's only half a tent at the moment because I've taken half bits of it. Right, the tent. This one is a bobcat one, which I talked about, and I was saying that the bobcat one is I'll just put you into focus while I'm talking. Hello, you see, this is where I need my backup then. Little Nell, she's not really with it, but she does a good job now. I'll have to give her a due. She got me from Cornwall up here, so fair dues to her. Little Nell, call her Little Nell because any of you old fellas that remember James Bond, I'll know who Little Nell is. She served a time with a dignity or duty or something like that, as James Bond calls it. But you lads all know what Little Nell is. Let's get back to the job in hand, right? A disabled person putting up a tent. You've seen how I get out the chair and how I get to the ground level. Now I've laid out on here, if I just pan down, can I just pan down here? Can you see I put on a, what we call a footprint. Now this is good for me because you see, it's like a skinny sort of a blanket thing. It's a bit like tall and Dean on ice. So we can move about quite easily, just skid about on it. So it makes my movements quite easily. If it gets wet, well, hard luck. We've got a wet ass. Right. One man. Up. Well, find out sort of corner. Eggs. So we'll pin down the first corner. Now here's the fitness. Oh, let me get this camera right. You can see all this. See, if I just brought a support team, I wouldn't have to bother just a couple of vans behind the chair here, and we'd stop all the traffic, and it'd be marvellous. Right, so that's the first corner. Second corner. Yeah, and I can move around on my nice little slider. That and some poles. Okay, so the bobcat one, we've only got one large pole. I hope I'm in focus, you can see this, what's going on here. Right. We only have one pole and it goes right through the centre. Little clip on the end, I don't know whether you can just see that. Just gets off there. A little bit of that brute strength through here for this little bit. Don't worry too much about those, they won't break. My famous last words before. Right, and then just a little tip. To get the height of the bobcat, you pull this little tab tight and pull that as tight as that. So, what happens is it heightens the ultimate height of the top of the tent is higher, spreads it, and then it tightens up the back and the sides of the tent so you don't get any creases or wind flapping about. Absolutely no need. Pin that down. Just lift it up. And then position it nice and square on at the back. Now then, you're going to lose track of me here. Try and spin you around. And then go ahead from front of the tent. Well, pressure button was this up first. Yeah. Yep, so in a perfect world, it doesn't have to zip the front. So we'll do it now. nice and secure. Not too hard in there. So as you can see, the bobcat cat one is up. It only took 4 pegs to do that, and 1 pole, 1 central pole. Simplicity itself. Inside at the moment, I aren't using the interior tent. I'm just simply, because it's nice and warm, there's no need to fill it all full of condensation and another thing to dry out. So I'm just using a mosquito net inside, hung from the roof. I'll show you later probably, and my what I need inside there for the night, and that is it. So there it is. Right. There is the bobcat one, just with, at the moment, just simply 4 pegs, the 1 central pole. Remember, it's on my footprint, which allows me to slide around quite happily, as if I'm on an ice ring. The 2 little guy lines at the front, when they're fastened down, it stops that front from flapping and gives you a bit of a awning. The front of the tent, I will show you later, that opens up, and we can have a little vestibule, as they call it in the camping trade. Whatever. Good little tent. Quite pleased with it. Now just a quick one. I won't stay so long because I've got the radio on next door to me. So just to give you a view of the landscape from the front of the tent. So I'm just trying to pan round, and this is like what I'll be looking out over tomorrow morning when I wake up. Little Nell's going to get in the way and spoil the view, but she has a habit of doing that. Beautiful, beautiful countryside. Yeah, little Nell there. Oh, there, we're coming good again. Okay. Right. So, yeah, this is Cleveland. Namely, we are just actually outside North Arlington. This is the view from the tent, from the campsite. That is the Pennines over there. And if I swing around the other way, there's the Cleveland Hills and the North Yorkshire Moors. Found this site completely by accident. It's quite an amazing site, and I will talk more about it. Didn't know this existed, not even marked on OS maps at the moment. And it's quite an eye-opener. It's all been done for disabled, and it is quite amazing what has been done. Anyway, I will leave you with that for the moment, and we'll hopefully have a look around and show you what kind of amenities are here for the disabled. And then just a last little video before night time. As you can hear, the girls next door, the couple of lasses from Teesside Lasses. Got the music going. I'm going to give them a little lesson in break dancing later. I'm particularly good at that with having no legs. So I'll give them a lesson in break dancing. And I'm got to say that this site is more and more of a surprise every time I look around me. Behind me there's a group. I will talk about this site tomorrow. It's getting a bit late now, I've got to get my dinner. But yeah, there's a group behind me. There's some lads there looking after blind and deaf children, taking them camping. And I talked to another woman earlier on. She's in a pod, but she has been camping as well here. And she had never been camping ever before in her life until she came here. And she was telling me all about how everything is so perfectly done for the disabled. Yet I haven't had a proper look round, but I do realise that there's been a lot of time put into this site with the disabled in mind. There's actually got 3 or 4 different sections to the site. I hope you can hear me over the girls playing the music next door, but yeah, if you want it kind of noisy, which I'm in at the moment, it's it's easy going kind of area. There's areas that are just no children. There's camper vans, caravans, all little sections all the way around the site. Well, not little sections, actually it's these sections. A lot of different faculties on site. But what I must talk about, and I will have a look at tomorrow, if this video is a bit noisy with girls next door, well, that'll. There's even down to apparently the pod has all been, a couple of pods have all been done with disabled in mind. All the beds are exactly the same height as the wheelchairs. All the chairs are exactly the same height as the wheelchairs, making transferring very easy. The man who actually has put this all together, not only himself rode around in a wheelchair just to get the hang of what it was like to be in a wheelchair and to use the facilities, but he also had somebody who was in a wheelchair to advise him on what was needed and what was not needed. So tomorrow hopefully we'll have a look round and we'll give you some idea of the shower block and the amenities that are there for disabled people.